Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, no dramas. Thanks. Bye.
Is it just Grace speaking, or will you?
I'll do a brief statement. Now, everyone, I should just provide a bit of context. We are live. We're just going to give Grace a bit of an opportunity to settle down. She's just landed in Australia, but we will be able to come back. She has touched down in Australia. We've got our sold out event this evening in Perth. If you want to attend any of the other
Are you right there, or I might just get a bit of space? Shit.
So make sure we'll give it a few more minutes, and then Grace will be speaking to the media here as well. Which is lovely intro to Australia for Grace.
Cool. Sorry, so we can take any questions, or is it just Grace?
Maybe there's some questions for Grace. We've got to have the project.
Okay, sure.
Afterwards, so just quite a quick turn.
Okay, sure.
Grace, you will just let me have a bit of water. What happened when I stand next to you?
Where do you want me, Trent? What side?
Let's go this side, Frank.
This side.
Yeah, this side. Yeah. Okay. Next to the light.
Yeah.
I reckon
Let's
yeah.
go. Yeah.
I'll
Start with you right away.
yes.
Okay.
Ready? Okay. Okay. Well, we're so lucky to have Grace Danke here, all the way from the United States. She's just had a very, very long flight for the past few days, but thankfully she's landed in Perth safely and ready to start her major national nuclear tour. She'll be visiting all of the major cities, talking about why nuclear energy is so important for Australia, and sharing her experience from the United States about how nuclear energy has allowed them to have an abundant, clean energy supply. And there's a lot happening in the United States at the moment, which is to be very exciting. We're really happy that as Nuclear for Australia we're able to support this tour. We think it's important that Australians have access to the facts and information about nuclear energy, and that's why we brought Grace here, because she's a nuclear engineer, she's also Miss America, and we think there could be no better expert to talk about nuclear power to as many Australians as possible. So with all of that said, if everyone's happy with what I've just said, I'll now pass over to Grace, who's going to be much better talker than I am.
No, that's okay. You did wonderful.
That's
did
good.
wonderful. Are you guys good with that?
Yeah, just into the centre, please, from
I was
Grace.
like, sounds good.
Yep,
Yeah.
lovely.
Hi, everybody. I am so excited to be here in Australia for the very first time, experiencing all of, I feel like, the full Australian culture right away with the heat and everything. But I'm really excited to be here to help connect people on a human-to-human basis, right? When it comes to nuclear energy, I get that it seems like it's a scary, sort of high, unattainable scientific subject that people can't understand, but they can understand it. And I highly, highly encourage anybody and everybody to come to these talks all across Australia. I promise you there's one near you or close by to you. And I'm really excited to address all of the misconceptions, and then to help share stories and real-life experiences from a young person who's excited to care about the future and to help drive an energy transition to clean energy and a reliable energy grid overall. Thank you. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, if you jump out, my friend, yeah, and just come a little bit closer to the mic. Lovely, thank you. And Freddie, we're away.
Yeah, so I mean, guys, what's the plan? How are you going to connect to the public?
Yes, my plan is to really bring the conversation to people. I find often when it comes to nuclear energy, or energy as a whole, most people don't really realize that it's something they can care about. It's just a bill that they pay at the end of the month. But this conversation is becoming more and more important, not only from a climate change perspective, but from an affordability perspective, because electricity prices are changing worldwide. So because of that, it's going to start affecting consumers directly, which is why we need to bring this conversation. This is something that the general public needs to care about before it gets out of hand.
It's actually quite a big gap in terms of who support nuclear. Do you think as a woman, involved in STEM, you have a better way of
Yeah, I mean, I fully say it quite frequently. You know, the nuclear industry struggled to communicate for probably 40 years. And it wasn't until the past 10 to 20 years that they really started to step up and actually talk about things, both from whoever their industry experts are, all the way to new people that they can actually put in spotlight, right? And because of that, it's difficult for anybody to relate to nuclear. It's also although that started changing because of the different levels of involvement and communication that nuclear companies and nuclear research groups, government, everything has been doing worldwide.
So why do you think you're
I like to talk to people, right? Like, I'm not going to come at you and be like, "Hello, you should support nuclear energy." Like, yes, obviously that is what I want people to do, but I want to get to know you as a person. I am just as open to learning from you as you are to learning from me, and that is the most important thing: is that we maintain civil conversations, we maintain a questioning attitude, which is a really fun thing in the nuclear industry and journalism. You know, I think it's such an important thing to just respect one another, and that's the most important thing. Great sustainability values.
Yeah, I'm sure you're going to be prevalent coming up in a few months. One major party really going to nuclear power to Australia. Got a ban on nuclear power that's taken for 20 years. What are your thoughts
Yeah, you know, I'm American, so I don't really have a say in terms of which political party I would go for. But I think the most important thing is that Australians should have the ability or have even just the option to go ahead and nuclear if they want, right? It should be up to us, not the government ban that was set in place decades ago. That's something that frustrates me, that it feels like it's eliminating that choice for Australians. So in my personal opinion, the most important thing is to lift the ban.
Countries like the US and UK have faced timely sort of blowout and major cost blowouts as well. What makes you confident in Australia?
Well, back in the 70s and 80s, when nuclear was being built on a large scale in all of those countries, those things weren't happening. Now, today, we don't have the consistency in building, and that's why we have build times and higher costs in construction. However, like in the United States, we just had local units 3 and 4 just open up. If you look at the cost differences between units 3 and 4, you can already see the learning curve that's happening just between those two countries. So there's got to be some level of standardization for nuclear to work. I'll fully acknowledge that. I think that is a real situation. But because of that, we're having countries across the world committing to nuclear. We know that we're going 60 like it's something that is changing and growing.
The government is comfortable facilitating a lot of nuclear level waste as what they regard during this whole AUKUS deal. You see a bit of contradiction here when they're not sort of facilitating more talks about the reactors, where they are comfortable facilitating more AUKUS.
I think it's more, yeah, I think it's more contradictory in the way of the Navy, right? Because they're bringing in nuclear submarines, and they're going to be having reactor operators, they're going to be having all of the staff required to run the equivalent of a nuclear power plant, but underwater for years at potential times, right? That's what a nuclear submarine would do. So I think that's more contradictory. Low-level rad waste is something that isn't just produced for nuclear facilities, otherwise you wouldn't have that here in Australia, right? So that's something that is happening everywhere. I don't think that that's necessarily contradictory, but I think the level of involvement that Australia has in other nuclear yes. And in America at the federal level, nuclear is very bipartisan. We passed bills at the federal level with nearly a unanimous vote, which for America, that is like that is a very big accomplishment. So it surprises me that it's so